This episode is brought to you by Shopify. Upgrade your business with Shopify, home of the #1 checkout on the planet. Shop Pay boosts conversions up to 50%, meaning fewer carts going abandoned and more sales going cha-ching. So if you're into growing your business, get a commerce platform that's ready to sell wherever your customers are. Visit shopify.com to upgrade your selling today.
This episode is brought to you by Allstate. Some people just know they could save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like you know to check the date of the big game first before you accidentally buy tickets on your 20th wedding anniversary and have to spend the next 20 years of your marriage making up for it. Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate. Savings vary. Terms apply. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Northbrook, Illinois.
Build a routine with Ollie that supports your wellness needs, like getting your daily vitamins and minerals with Ollie's multi-gummies, or keeping your mood upbeat with all the vitamin D in Hello Happy. Give your gut health some support with probiotics, and wake up feeling refreshed after taking Ollie Sleep. Do wellness on your terms. Find Ollie at a Walmart or Target near you or at ollie.com. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
I think I just won my taxes.
Yeah?
I just switched to H&R Block in about 1 minute. All I had to do was drag and drop last year's return into H&R Block, and bam, my information is automatically there.
So I don't have to go digging around for all my old papers to switch?
Nope.
Sounds like we just leveled up our tax game.
Switching to H&R Block is easy. Just drag and drop your last return. It's better with Block.
We're going to the Super Bowl. This is the Eagles Checkdown. Right here on the Eagles Pinball Podcast Network. I'm your host, Phil Stiefel. Guys, the Eagles have just won the NFC Championship game 55-23. You heard that correct. 55-23 over the Washington Commanders and the greatest rookie quarterback of all time, Jaden Daniels. Guys, I'm your host, Phil Stiefel. Welcome to the Eagles Checkdown. And guys, look, the game just ended 20 minutes ago, and I wanted to record this immediately after the game, just so you got that instant overreaction, instant hype, instant feeling from a true Eagles fan myself. And guys, this is the fastest Eagles podcast there is, under 10 minutes. And check me out on Trending the AM, STT Sports Network. Link below, guys. Wow. What a championship game from our Philadelphia Eagles. What a game from Jalen Hurts. What a game from Saquon Barkley. What a coached game by Nick Sirianni, Kellen Moore, and Vic Fangio. Everything that could go right did go right. Everything that could go wrong did not go wrong. There's so many guys that are stars of the game, so many people to shout out in this game. Just understand one thing. Since the Eagles Checkdown started, the Eagles have now made it to the Super Bowl 1 out of 1 times. So you can all thank me for this happening. Guys, it was a phenomenal game. Let's get down to the nitty-gritty. A phenomenal performance from this Philadelphia Eagles team and the offense that has been often criticized for Jalen Hurts' inability to throw the ball. But Jalen Hurts put out an MVP-level performance today, going 20-28 for 246 passing yards, 1 touchdown, 17 rushing yards, and 0 turnovers. Again, 110 completion quarterback rating on a bad knee to begin with. You know, he had a brace on his knee to start the game. He was able to do this. He took the brace off right at the start of the game and did not wear it. Applause, major applause to Jalen Hurts. Saquon Barkley put out another MVP performance, 15 carries, 118 yards, 3 touchdowns. Jalen Hurts, by the way, did have 3 rushing touchdowns as well. So 8 touchdowns by the Philadelphia Eagles today. I just got to shout out Jalen Hurts and Saquon Barkley and just how phenomenal of a performance both those guys had today. But also, obviously, we got to give major props to 3 actually, very, very key cogs on the offensive line. Landon Dickerson started the game at center for the injured Cam Jurgens. Obviously, his knee was bothering him wearing a brace pregame. He's been banged up a lot late in the season, and he toughed out the first half of the game. But obviously, the knee pain was too much, and Cam Jurgens played the entire second half on a bad back that kept him from playing or practicing all week long. And Tyler Steen going in and playing left guard for basically, I think, the most he's played at left guard all year. I think he played a few snaps earlier in the season. So major props to the interior Eagles offensive line of Cam Jurgens, Landon Dickerson, Tyler Steen for the work they did. It wasn't pretty at times, but they did a hell of a job toughing it out and gutting it out, especially the two guys, Dickerson and Steen, at center. They've got 2 weeks as we get prepared for either Buffalo Bills or the Kansas City Chiefs. Obviously, it's not even 7 o'clock yet when I'm recording this, so I do not even know who's we're playing in the Super Bowl, but we got 2 weeks to get one or both of those guys healthy. Obviously, it'd be ideal if we got both of them healthy and both of them back out there. But Tyler Steen did a fantastic job filling in that left guard for Landon Dickerson as well, so major props to him. A.J. Brown had a big game, almost 100 yards receiving and a touchdown catch. Dallas Goedert had a great game. Devontae Smith made a huge toe-tapping catch along the sidelines. Unfortunately, Kenny Gainwell did get a concussion. He's got 2 weeks to get healthy. But, of course, Will Shipley stepped in for Kenny Gainwell and had a big run and a touchdown in the game with his big 57-yard run, following it up with a touchdown. So shout out to everyone on the offensive side of the ball that stepped up for this Philadelphia Eagles team to lock up the NFC Championship. Defensively speaking, there were some missed tackles. There was some issues stopping Zach Ertz in the passing game with his 11 catches and 104 yards. But let's give a shout out to Zach Bond and his dozen tackles. Oren Burks had big play after big play stepping up for Nakobe Dean. Can we get a shout out? Let's win one for Nakobe Dean. Reed Blankenship, Cooper DeJean, everybody had a great game. They got 3 sacks. Nolan Smith, a huge sack late in the game. Jordan Davis, I know his stat line is 2 tackles, 1 sack, and that's it. But Jordan Davis had a hell of a game. He had a batted ball at the line of scrimmage. He was in the backfield constantly. Can't wait to see the snap counts, but whatever it is, the usage of his snap counts, he was extremely effective throughout this game. Jalen Carter obviously wreaked havoc as he normally does. I know the box score doesn't show it with 2 tackles, but yeah, he still played a great game. Literally every level of this team played well. Special teams, we'll discuss that throughout the week. Jake Elliott missing a 54-yard field goal, whatever, who cares? But they created 4 turnovers. They forced 3 fumbles from the Washington Commanders. Quinion Mitchell got his second playoff interception on Jaden Daniels this week. Everyone hyped up how Jaden Daniels is a sensational rookie, and he did play well at times. And the future is bright for Jaden Daniels and the Washington Commanders. But like I said all week long, there was no way that a rookie quarterback was going to win a 5th road game in a row in the playoffs in the championship game. And the Eagles took care of business there, as they should, 55-23. I think it's time to just continue to give the props to the people that deserve it the most. Nick Sirianni, Howie Roseman. Let's lock Nick Sirianni up. I mean, we saw a totally different game plan from Kellen Moore. No interviews this week. We saw jet sweeps to Dallas Goedert. We saw shovel passes to Devontae Smith. We saw such a different offensive game plan and philosophy. We saw passing and running effectively despite the offensive line issues. This was an all-around perfect team game. And was it perfect? No. But honestly, let's be honest, you weren't going to shut the Washington Commanders out. Every team that's in a championship game at this point of the season, the final 4 teams, got here for a reason. And the better team, by tenfold, came out on top, as they should. It was a violent game. It was physical. There was hard hitting. We got 2 weeks to get healthy and get a great game plan. I don't care whether it's Kansas City Chiefs. I don't care if it's the Buffalo Bills. I have the full faith in Nick Sirianni, his coaching staff, and this team of leaders to go into the Super Bowl in New Orleans and get the job done. I mean, no quarterback's ever played in 2 Super Bowls for the Philadelphia Eagles. I don't think any coach has coached in two Super Bowls for the Philadelphia Eagles. This is a special moment in Philadelphia Eagles history here. And the window is there for us to grab our 2nd Super Bowl in the last, whatever that is, 8 years. Very, very special moment right now for the Philadelphia Eagles. And if it's hard for me to make sense right now, it's because I'm a little emotional as an Eagles fan. Because this is what we do this as a content creator for. We drag it out. We push through daily as a grinder, doing 2 morning shows a week, or every day of the week, doing other content. I was live for the entire game. I grind for you guys. I hang out with you guys. I put my fandom aside to talk with you guys. And we do it all for these opportunities at championships. And this Eagles team is giving us not just an opportunity, but a great opportunity to get our 2nd Super Bowl. And, the support I've given to Nick Sirianni and Jalen Hurts over the year and throughout the years, and the support I've shown them, it's being paid off by another Super Bowl appearance. in 2 weeks in New Orleans. Guys, this is the Eagles Checkdown. The Eagles just beat the Washington Commanders 55-23 to advance to the Super Bowl. This is Eagles Checkdown. We're going to have 2 weeks worth of jam-packed content. I'm not going to lie to you. It's going to be a lot of content over the next 2 weeks. So make sure you're following along the Eagles Pinpool Podcast Network and following along on the STT Sports Network, guys. All I can say is very emphatically, go Birds, and bubbles up.
My dad works in B2B marketing. He came by my school for career day and said he was a big ROAS man. Then he told everyone how much he loved calculating his return on ad spend. My friends still laugh at me to this day.
Not everyone gets B2B, but with LinkedIn, you'll be able to reach people who do. Get a $100 credit on your next ad campaign. Go to linkedin.com/results to claim your credit. That's linkedin.com/results. Terms and conditions apply. LinkedIn, the place to be, to be.